What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Okular entitled Sexforce. This is self-released. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Oslo, Norway, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very complex, melodic, and progressive style of death metal. Think, if you will, to stuff like Death, Obscura, Arcturus, or even Borknagar. This is a band that definitely has a very unique and complex style and approach to their sound. This is their sophomoric effort. It's a follow-up to an album they did back in 2011 called Probiotic. And that album was something very unique and interesting. Some very good musical compositions, very awesome, tasty riffs, awesome vocal work, just a lot of smart, intelligent music being brought forth to the table by this band. And now we have their second album. It's 13 tracks, and it clocks in at about an hour in length. Now, mind you, this is one of those albums that you shouldn't really have to fast forward through to get to the good stuff. This is one of those albums that definitely requires your absolute patience and complete understanding, because there's a lot of stories to be told and brought forth here with this album, on both a musical and a lyrical front. And with this album, there's definitely a lot to sink your teeth into, and you're going to get some very energetic and incredible music to be heard going on if you're into progressive metal or progressive death metal or anything of that like or nature. The guitar work on here is very, very clean sounding. That's one of the things that I enjoy about this record, is the fact that the guitar tone on here is very, very clean and very well executed. The riffs just glide along and play very well. Very beautiful sounding, very well mixed and well mastered. I love the way that the riffs are played on this album. Some nice leads going on. Just some really nice, thoughtful technicality that's brought forth to the table with the guitar work. Songs like the opening track, House Full of Colors, and Ride the Waves of Emotion. Just some really awesome riff work to be heard on those tracks. Bass-wise, it's a pretty solid bass too. It's what you would normally expect from a bass performance on a progressive death metal type of record. It's audible and clear, and it definitely suits the guitar very well here. Especially with some of the more longer and lengthier tracks to be heard on this album. It's something pretty damn cool, and I enjoy the way the bass is played on this record. Drum-wise, the drums are very well patterned and well syncopated. I love the way that the drums range from being very methodical and melodic to just being straightforward, fast-paced, and louded-in blast beats and double bass. It's something pretty damn awesome. I enjoy that a lot about this drum style and pattern. It's very entertaining, and it definitely keeps you at attention. Even some of the nice little accents that appear on throughout this record, like you hear a little bit of some narration going on, some poetic type of stuff, like spoken words at the beginnings of some certain tracks. Some piano work being played on some of the interludes and some of the closing moments of this record. You hear some great piano work being done here, and I definitely think it adds a nice bit of a touch and atmosphere to this album's style. Moving on to the vocals now, I think the vocals are definitely something enjoyable here. I enjoy this guy's vocal styles. Well, there are many multiple vocal styles to be heard. You hear some very raspy, throaty kind of growling, very understandable and uniquely worded out. Pretty much some clean vocals going on. I believe on the track, The Greatest Offender, you have Vintersorg doing some vocal work on this album, and I think it's pretty damn cool that he appeared on that one track. And there's a guy by the name of Athera. He does vocals for a band called Suspiria, and he delivers some harsh vocals to some selected tracks on here, preferably songs like Exposing the Good Citizens and Rest in Chaos. You can definitely decipher what kind of vocal style he has to bring to the table. And moving forward to the lyrical content of this record, of course you would obviously know the name of the album is Sexforce. And of course some of these lyrics don't tend to be controversial or over the top. These are lyrics that definitely make you think and want to pay attention to what the vocalist is saying. Very thought-provoking, very intelligent, smart lyrics going on here. And I think the song and lyric writing are definitely the high standouts of this album, in my opinion. So overall, like I said, this is an album that you really need to have the patience to listen to if you're into progressive metal. It isn't fast-forwarding type of stuff. You just simply let it sink in and take it in for what it's worth. It's something very special and unique. And this is some entertaining progressive metal if you're into Death, Obscura, or even bands, like I mentioned, like Wintersorg or Arcturus or Borknagar. This is some of that kind of level of progressive death metal, and I think it's solid. So if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say House Full of Colors, The Greatest Offender, Ride the Waves of Emotion, Feast Upon the Illusory, and one of the closing tracks on this record, Politically Incorrect Experiences. So I'm going to leave you a link in the description box to the Okular Bandcamp page where you can stream this album, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge. Buy it digitally or get the physical copy from them, and see what you think from there. So I'm going to show you the album again. This is Sexforce by Okular. This is self-released, and mind you, also, if you get it for the really cool artwork that accompanies each song that's on this album. It's pretty damn unique and special. So, for the time being, I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Really unique album, and definitely one of the more complex releases 2013 has to offer. So, check this out if you like progressive death metal. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.